Okay, so we had this one right here, and this was a little different, right? Because it was 2n minus 3, not just n minus 3. You can do basically the same thing. Think of the zero product property. It has to equal 0. When you add the 3, it becomes a positive 3, and then we divide by this. So when you have a coefficient out here, do the same thing. Make that negative 3 a positive 3, and then put it over the 2, just as fast. Okay? So my final answer was 1/3, and n can't equal 3/2. Even though there's not an n left, kind of silly, right? But n still can't equal 3/2 if this is going to be equivalent to the original expression. So still true. Crazy, I know. Okay, we could have some trinomials in here. Same steps. We start by factoring. Numbers that multiply to 2 are 1 and 2. I don't even have to think about that. 1 and 2. They both are the same because they multiply to a positive. So they're both positive and or both negative. And this here tells me they're both negative. In the denominator, factor out a 3. So my excluded value is a can't be, nope, a can't be 1, positive 1. Cancel out the common factor. You get a minus 2 over 3. And a cannot be 1. Okay, so that is the simplified version of that first expression. Same 4 steps. Okay, I'm going to give you another example here. I'm going to start you off with the first step. There's going to be something funky that happens with the second step as well. So this, old friend, is the difference of squares. This is where we did the plus and the minus. Okay, we haven't done that for a little while, but it's not too crazy if you remember. Well, yeah, these are both perfect squares. 16 is a perfect square. And so just write it twice, once with the plus, once with the minus. And if you don't believe me, you can go ahead and multiply those out. Okay, my excluded value, again, this is kind of written funky, so you can always fall back, just say, well, 4 minus y equals 0, and then minus 4 divided, or just, if you actually just plus y onto the other side, you get 4 equals y. So that's your excluded value. You basically have to think, what number can I plug in here for y to make it equal 0? 4 minus what gives you 0? Well, that number is 4. 4 minus 4 gives you 0. Now, here's the funky part here, is that you have y minus 4 and 4 minus y. You can actually cross those out if you put a negative 1 there. Okay? If you divide anything by its, because these are opposites. You know, 5 minus 3 and 3 minus 5 are just opposites. It gives you 2 and negative 2. So whatever y minus 4 is, 4 minus y is negative that number. So any number divided by its negative self leaves behind a negative 1. My final answer is going to be negative y plus 4, and y cannot equal 4 from my excluded value there. Okay, there's no denominator because everything canceled out down there. For the negative 1, I just made it a negative sign out front. You could distribute it, but it makes it neither more correct or more wrong, either way. Okay. I'll just try it for you. Go ahead and try it out. Factor, factor, factor.